James Adams of tristatefootball.com here with Coach Jeff Marksberry. Coach, you guys get to 12-0. Talk about the win, and obviously it was a challenge in the first half at least.
It was. Ryle's a really, really good football team, and they've got nothing to hang their heads about. They scored early on us, just like the last time. But our kids are pretty resilient, and bounced back and didn't flinch. And we made some big plays. The kickoff return from Jacob Harney was a great play, and we threw the little throwback there to give us a little bit of breathing room. I'm just really proud of our kids and the effort that they showed, and especially Dylan Powell. Dylan was injured a couple weeks ago, and he's fought so hard to rehab his knee and to do the things that he needed to do to get back on the field. And what a performance, what a gutty performance. Just showed tremendous leadership in the locker room at halftime, and I'm just so proud of our kids and Dylan and the way those guys played.
Coach, at the end of the half, you guys had, I think, six and a half minutes of time of possession. Ryle had the ball almost the whole second quarter. Part of that was the fact that Harney had the kick return for a touchdown, but, it didn't seem like Simon Kenton football in the first half to me. It certainly seemed like Ryle was dictating the pace. What did you do to change that at half?
We didn't do anything offensively. We felt like that we needed to stick with what our game plan was, and be balanced and take our shots when we had a chance to take our shot. We got a 1st and 7 there on the penalty on the play that was called back, and that's when we threw the little throwback, taking a chance on a trick play, and it gave us a little bit of momentum. We come back out at halftime. Our defense makes a huge stop to set the tone of the second half, and really, if you look at the way our defense has played all year, they've really done a great job of getting the ball back for our offense. We had 2 more takeaways tonight on interceptions. That probably puts us at 30 takeaways on the year between interceptions and fumble recoveries. And, our defense really set the tone coming out at halftime.
Would you believe that Ryle punted twice in the first 2 minutes of the second half? Twice they punted.
Because they were 3 and out the very first drive. But I guess I wouldn't realize the second one.
And you guys scored in between those 2 minutes too. That was a way to come out of the halftime.
Well, I know last week we scored 3 times in 4 minutes. So we can put some points on the board. Obviously we made some mistakes. I was unhappy about the way we committed some penalties tonight. It took us out of some drives and got us behind the chains a little bit and took us off schedule a little bit. But we'll get those things fixed.
What did you think about the Wildcat formation that Ryle was using? It certainly it took me a little off guard, and sometimes I didn't think they should have been using it 4th downs and such. But
I thought it was a great wrinkle for him. You got 2 great players back there. In England and in the back 28 Chisholm, yeah, two great players back there, and take your chance. It's like running the ball with Chad Lawrence and Miles Simpson like we did in 2009. You got 2 guys back there that can run the football effectively. I thought it was a nice change of pace for him.
Coach, I'd be remiss after you mention that team to not mention. Now you go to the region championship. You're 2 wins away from getting back to the state championship. You're also 12-0. This has been a very historic run. But I heard you talking to the team. 1-0. Just go 1-0. And, how hard is it to maintain focus on next week when the ultimate goal is starting to get pretty close?
Our kids have done a great job, and it's something that we teach through the whole season to focus on the week at hand and the task at hand, and the value of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to get to that Friday. And I don't think that they will look ahead. I don't think that they'll worry about what's in front of them. Our seniors were sophomores the last time we were 12-0 and fell to a Butler team that we shouldn't have lost to. Quite honestly, and I think that was a valuable lesson that our seniors have learned, and hopefully that'll pull this group together a little bit here this week.
Anything different you have to do to take it home against Cooper next week, or is it just continue to play Pioneer ball?
Continue to play Pioneer football. They're a great football team. They got some great playmakers in Hendricks and Brown, and they've lost the Armstrong, the running back, but the other Jackson kid that they got in, they're great players, and they've got a great defensive line. They did a really good job of defending us the last time. It's going to be a great battle, and I'm glad we're able to participate in it.
They're a great defensive line. A lot of those kids play offensive line too. And they play well on that side of the ball, but your 3 defensive linemen continue to get it done. You going to roll with those 3 the rest of the way?
Going to roll with those 3 the rest of the way. They got us here, and, those guys, I wouldn't trade them for the world.
Yeah, Coach, they played great tonight, as did the rest of your squad. Congratulations on a big win.
Thank you.